There we go. There we go. That's on. There we go. Right there. That's on. There we go. Double white maggot on hook. Lovely fish to end on. Oh, and I tell you what, people, nothing brings back nostalgia like an old fishing lake that you used to go to as a kid, where you've got fond memories, all the really exciting memories as well. I've done a lot of fishing over my lifetime, and this isn't the pond where it all started, believe it or not. That is a story for later on. But this pond here in Chesterfield, I used to live a couple of miles that way, and we used to walk down here some nights after school, most weekends, and I spent a large portion of my life down here chasing fish, and I absolutely loved it. It used to be a great place. It's now 2025. I don't know any history about this place. I still know there's some big carp in here. Predominantly, I think that's what majority of people go for here now. And luckily, those, you know, kind of pursuits for those people can have a positive knock-on effect for someone like me coming down just trying to catch a few silvers today. So hopefully there's a few left in here. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Another Temu special, same rod. I've got the travel system on my back that I've made, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to target some silvers here at Ringwood Lake in Chesterfield, Brimington, Hollingwood. Ringwood Hall Hotel is just behind us, and see if coming to a natural venue like this with just the kit that's on my back can produce a few fish for us, and quite looking forward to it. Very simple and straightforward approach, and I'm going to go to a peg that has got some history behind it that will never leave my side. So let's get over there now and get set up. Now there's a particular peg here. This one right here is where me and a few pals used to come as kids, and this were quite new to us back then. It was called like the big disabled peg. There's pegs all around this place, and it's a stunning place to be. I can't knock it. Lilies, they're all here like they used to be. A lot more than what they used to be, but they're all here. Nice big pads. But this peg in particular, me and a friend of mine were fishing just here. Little telescopic rods. I think I had a watercraft box back then. I'll have to try and find a picture of that. I stood up. I think I was going for a wee in that hedge there. He was still sat here with his rod. Mine were just left, not unattended. You can see the gap between them both, the hedge and the sort of water's edge. And my float went under. So he did the friend thing, picked up my rod, lifted into it, and it was a massive perch. I've got a picture of it now, I'll put it on screen. And we had a picture on it, stood around about here like that. I think I were here. Phil were a bit taller than me. I think I'm taller than everybody now. And we're holding this perch together like this. And I've got, I think, the tail end of it, or the head end of it, I can't remember. And Phil's got the tail end. And we both had to claim this perch together, simply because my mate Phil would not accept that if I'd have just quickly chucked my tail back in my trousers and picked my rod up, I would have landed it. So we landed what we thought at the time to be the biggest perch in the history of fishing ever. And yeah, it was great, good memories. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm back today. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up on this very peg. I've got my roaming kit on my back. This, what you see now, is everything that I need, and it's everything I've brought with me, bar the camera, which just stays on the tripod. And I can pick you guys up and just take you with me and plonk you wherever I need you to be. But this is the simplicity of fishing. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to set my box up at an angle this way, put the camera there facing me, and I want to chuck out there and just see if we can get some like roach, just some more small bits and bobs, and just try and have an enjoyable hour or two. So I want to get set up here and get some bait mixed up. Now, I know you've seen me do this before, but for anyone that's new to the channel, not seen it before, just anything in general, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go through what I've got here. A Preston XS2 space station seat box, which I've modified. The seat was once the foot plate. Doesn't have a foot plate. I've trimmed the legs right down to make it sort of so they're not protruding up here, and yeah, it's very, very simple. Underneath I've got a rod hold all. That little tiny one there is my rod hold all. Unclip that. That slides out the way like so. In there is landing net handle, rod, reel, landing mat, couple of bank sticks, and it's just a kit safe bag, a Preston kit safe bag. So if you do get them with any kit, save them, they do come in handy. The next one, unclip that one. Let's take out some stuff underneath. So underneath here I have landing net. Doesn't have to be out special, just an old scrappy one that wanted to go in its bin. Keep net. Now the rules here at Ringwood are you can have a keep net. I'm not going to be here for long, so I'm not going to fill it up and leave it all day. You just can't put carp in keep nets. That's all there is on rules. If you go on website, for anyone that's interested, all rules are on there. I've got a brolly arm here. I ain't got a brolly with me today because it's good weather, but there's no arm in bringing a brolly. By the power of shuffle, just slides out as well. And this one is a Preston pole support bag, and that has got all my terminal stuff in it: bait, ground bait, scissors, shots, line, hooks, disgorgers, hand towel, other stuff, can't remember, but that one is basically my carry-all. So hold all, carry-all, nets. I've even got a Sonia Baits collapsible ground bait bowl, just to make things nice and easy without carrying a massive bucket to my peg. And that is pretty much it. Now, this bit here is my side tray, believe it or not. Unclip that, and that just pops straight off. And then you've got a Preston accessory block here. Bring that up there, open the clip, and your little mini side tray just clips into place like so. And that is it. Oh, also in there, I've got my feeder arm. I've got my butt rest already on here. Just bring that into view for you. That's my butt rest. I've got a little mini feeder arm that I've made, and the adjustable legs mean that I should be all right today, but the adjustable legs on the box mean that I can get comfy on any contour and not have any major issues either. So, and that is as simple as it gets. And this is me just trying to display to you that you can just walk down to a local fishery with minimal gear and hopefully have a decent day's fishing. So I'm going to get this set up and get some bait mixed up, and we'll get chucked out and hopefully look into a few silvers. Looking forward to it. I've not fished here since I was a kid, very young, so it's going to be very new to me. I ain't fished here for a long time. Oh, the memories. Great place. So let's get set up. This Temu rod comes with 3 spare tips. There's 2 in there. I've actually got one just in here, how I packed it away from last time. That is the rod we're going to be using today. The Temu Sugaling 300. Again, I'll put link in the description if you want to purchase it and have a go or whatever. But today, just going to do some mild feeder fishing with it, and just see if it's as versatile as what I think it's going to be. I've had some big carp on it, not massive carp, but decent ones. Had some nice River Bream skimmers on it, lost a couple of good ones as well. And that is the rod, people. That's going to sit there like so. Let's adjust this down a bit. There we go. Bring that back up. And that is probably perfect. Just want to make sure my line is off those pads. I've got a nice chuck out there with no obstacles. I've got my gripper rest. Don't think I'm going to need it today, but it's there just in case I end up going for a tiddle and a £18 perch decides to take the bait. And I guarantee, knowing my luck, I've not seen Phil for the best part of 15 years, 20 years. I'll go for a wee and I'll come back and Phil will be sat on this box today playing a perching. Yeah, simple as that. Nice and easy. cost next to nothing. The bait I'm going to use today, if you're going to go and buy it from tackle shop, probably going to cost more than this rod and reel did. So yeah, nice chuck out there, simple feeder setup, and I'll talk you through that next. Right, pretty straightforward, and I'm pretty much ready to go. Ground bait mixed up. So what I've done is I've got probably just under a kilo in there of the best ground bait mixers known to any angler out there. More details on that to come in the future. Well, that's all mixed up. It's a 50-50 mix, and I've put some micros in there as well. Dry, okay? Don't worry about soaking your micros and putting them in. Put them in there dry. So get your mixers in, put your micros in dry, and then mix it up, because that way the micros will absorb all the flavour and all the additives and everything else from the ground bait, and then they'll combine and sort of congeal together. But that mix is ready to go. That is that sorted. Now, on to the business end. I have got some 011 reflow power, 50 centimetre, down to a PR 490 barbless hook. It's barbless hooks only here at Ringwood. So the last thing I want to do is be breaking the rules. And then I've got here looks like a Camazan open end feeder, free running. Okay, so I've just got a float stop down here up against the loop to loop knot for my hook length, and that means that will just pull through nice and freely. Should I snap off or get snagged, nothing's going to be trailing that feeder around with it. I don't know what weight it is, it doesn't say on it. It just says Camazan, so probably about 35 grams, something like that. Just a nice, simple, easy setup. So I'm going to get some bait on, and I'm going to clip up, get some bait on, put a bit of ground bait out there first, and then I'll chuck a live rig over the top, and hopefully we can get a couple of fish. Right, so I'm all clipped up, probably about 20 metres, I'd say 15-20 metres. I've not gone a million miles out, but yeah, I just want an area to start at first. Ground bait tub, plug the bottom at feeder, get some maggots in there. So I'm not making a mix as such yet. Any maggots that fall in bowl for now can just stay in there, and then I can alter and change it where I want afterwards. What I'm going to do is, I shouldn't really have the hook length on for this, but who cares? I've got my marker, which is a peg on far bank. I'm just going to put out a few of these. There's bottom, so it's not too deep out there either. I'm going to put out a few of these feederfuls, just get a nice base out there ready. So then when I chuck a live rig over the top, we've got a live rig, a nice trap waiting for any feeding fish that come into the swim. Let's get another one out there. And again, fishing to a clip means that I'm landing on that same spot every single time, and more importantly, I'm feeding those fish on the same corner of the table every time. Don't want to spread it out too much. Naturally, fish coming in and feeding, they'll move the bait around anyway. I've had to put some shades on because that sun's starting to break through. It's a bit cloudy, nice and overcast. I don't think it's getting too warm today, but there is a bit of wind as well, so perfect conditions really. Oh, I think something just snapped the feeder then on the way. Yeah, there's also some very big pike in here. And then I'll make this third one, the last one. Probably got a 3-second count on way down out there. We're a fully loaded feeder, probably say it's about 5.5–6 foot out there. So just let that feed soften up with water. You don't want to draw it back straight away. You'll find that you're pulling a lot of feed back. You want to just let that water just start absorbing it, just so it breaks down enough so that when you do pull your rod back, it just releases it straight away. A few tugs, and she's empty. I have positioned you guys where you can see me casting, hopefully see me landing some fish, and just so you can see tip at rod as well. So if you look down to your left hand side of the screen, you'll just be able to see tip at rod. Now I'm not using big Gucci cameras when it comes to days like today. It's all very basic stuff, but double red on the hook. And just dumbing it down for you people, just keeping it nice and simple. We all love taking all this gear to the bank and having a good day's fishing, but sometimes it's just these little days fishing like today where you take hardly any gear with you and you can just get it on your back in a bag and just go and enjoy yourself. And again, this is first live cast. I don't do no TV magicry here. If we blank, we blank. You all know that. So, mark it, come back on the money. Oh yes. Let that sink down nicely. There we go. Rod down, not rest. And just slowly tighten up. And yeah, it's all in real time, people, as well. I don't go spending all morning getting a swim absolutely buzzing with fish and then chuck out a line and just hook a duck it all day for you. And then delete every video where it's not been a success, so you only see the good ones. Because you... Oh. See that then? That fish on? I actually stood up on my box. Oh no, not fish on. I stood up on my box then and it tilted a little bit. I went to correct it and I had a really vicious bite then. Definitely fish activity. That's exciting. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't use any sort of TV magicry. It's all just well, chuck it and look it and hope that we catch some fish for you guys watching. That's exciting though. Nice positive bite to start with. That's down already, that's lovely. I have trouble sinking my line a bit here because I've got some pads in front of me. But we'll see how we go. Hopefully you can see that tip. See that tip all right? I've gone with green one over the top of pads. It's the lightest one anyway. I don't want to be fishing any heavier. The other two are heavier tips, so we'll just see how we go. That definitely was a bite though, I know that. And again, the beauty of barbless hooks is that you're not going to land absolutely everything that you get a bite off. You are going to miss fish. So, let's wait it out for another one. Oh, indication there, look. See that? That's on. Don't think it's on. No, not on. I've got fish topping over at the top of my swim though, which is good. Oh yeah. We are in and amongst them now because burst maggot and one maggot missing. So, double red. That's what seems to be getting their attention at the minute. And it's about as natural as it gets, this. If you go on website, you've got a lovely website for the place. Put a lot of work into this place over the years. I actually did a fishery audit on here as well not long back, if you want to have a flick through for that. It's Ringwood Lake Fishery Audit. And yeah, lovely place. Just seems to have blossomed even more over the years. We used to spend loads of time down here as kids. Oh, look at that, straight away. I think that's on. Pretty sure of it. Only a small fish. Yeah, I think it's on. Oh yeah, what we got? Oh, little tiny roach. Look at him. Beautiful. Needs disgorger. There we go. Little tiny roach. You know what that means, people? Time to deploy the keep net. Oh, there we go. One in the net. I used to say when I was younger, it's always bad luck to put your first fish in keep net if you're not in a match. And hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt me today. But we've had a roach on a natural venue on a £3 rod and a £3 reel. I think round it up to £4 a piece. Oh yeah, lovely. They had that one going. And I don't mind catching these at all either, people. I know they're not the biggest fish in the world, but this is not a channel that just catches £80 carp all the time. Don't mind coming out for a day's roaching. Yeah, very comfy. Everything's to hand. This is as big as my tackle archive goes today. Oh, a bite then, just so tightening up. Just makes it nice and simple on ice for you lot as well. You can just see that I'm not really having to put any effort into getting here. Just walk down off at Main Road. There is a car park down here as well for anyone interested. There's a little knock. Another one, another one. Not sure. Oh yeah, fish on. Little tiny fish again. Another little roach. In you go, fella. Started on double red. And I might even in a bit drop down to a smaller feeder. Just a few maggots this time. I'll just try. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, I've hooked another bit of line. Oh, it's fell off. What someone's left on the floor. That's better. Oh, love this style of fishing. Just not a forgotten method, but it's not one you see often now, is it? Just travel gear going for a feeder session. Oh, could be on. Could be. Oh my god, thought I had an eel on then. I think I just pulled up a bit of reed behind my behind my feeder then. Oh, look at him. Another pristine roach. Absolutely scale perfect, that fish. Oh, I don't mind a bunch of these. Oh no. Casts like an absolute dream as well, this rod. You won't think it for a 6-piece travel rod, but it has got a nice spring to it. If I were going to recommend a feeder rod or reel, it's just for those people that are probably wanting to give some very cheap tackle a try, or if you're not really into feeder fishing and you just want to buy a feeder rod and reel, so that if it's not for you, you've not wasted a bunch of money. They are out there and you can have a decent day's fishing with them. Oh, that were a bit of a breamy bite, that then. Bit of a head knock. You guys can see that just twitching around at bottom left hand corner of your screens. Go on, one more and I'll have that. Is that on? Oh, that's on. Feels a bit better. What we got? Another roach. Nah, probably about the same size as that. Having a right good old day on roach, aren't we? Look at him. Ooh. Absolutely scale perfect. Let's get him in there before he causes havoc. He's left one of my maggots alive. Where's that feeder? Feeder's doing its job. It's been sat at bottom of our till res for years and years. Oh, there's a bite. Another one. Yeah, and that peg next to me is a chap on it. Well, not on the disabled peg, but the one after the big disabled peg. We come down night fishing once, not with carp rods, but just with like just what I'm doing now. Really, used to glue glow stick, well, tape glow sticks to end at feeder rod, and tape another one to a piece of cane and put it in floor, and just wait for glow sticks to move past each other. Come down then and we're fishing corn at night. Must have been about 11:30 at night. I think I had about 6 tench in a row off next peg, fishing sweet corn just with ground bait in feeder. Used to do quite well not putting any loose offerings in, just ground bait. That's going to be fish on that, isn't it? Let's try it. Don't think so. There we go. Nice to get a few skimmers. There's a little bite straight away. Indications are fast. As soon as that feed is hitting down, that up bait's falling, those fish are on it. I love this sort of fishing. You forget all about it when you're too hooked on commercials and chasing big fish and casting long distances for big bream. Yeah, you miss this style of fishing. Oh, well, not them. Just shivering at tip. Try that. That was me lifting straight into that fish then. I mean, I've got a little fish on, a little roach. Oh, lovely. Another small fish. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to keep catching these, and I don't know, hopefully we getting some better fish for you. Oh, I felt like I pulled out of that one then. I felt like there was a bit of resistance there and then it were off. Oh no, it could be on. Yep, fish on. Oh, better size. Just can't I get something on this feeder. Oh, what we got? Oh no, he's a bit of an hybrid skimmer roach him. Got some scales missing. Not changing my mix, just adding maggots to it as and when. And that way I can regulate the feed and concentrate them onto the hook bait more. Right, let's punch you like that. Oh yeah, straight to the clip. Oh, fish on. That's a fast one, that then. Feels a bit better, but I might still have a bit of bait and feeder. Oh, oh, they're fighting. I'm gonna keep some pressure on him, I don't want to lose him. Can I swing him? Oh, look at that for a roach. Now that is what we've come here for. Awesome fish. Let's get him in the net. So we how fast these bites are coming. I want to make sure that I get down on my rest. Pretty sharpish. Oh, that's an indication then. And another one, another one, another one. When you tell yourself in your head, just one more and I'll have it, you don't get another one. Day ticket, by the way, are £4. If you want to fish with 2 rods, it's £6. 3 rods, as long as you've got the right license to fish for 3. I think it's £8. Just took £2 on at a time. Quite a big carping community down here as well. When well, there's none down here today, but see lots of posts about carping down here if anyone's after a new carp water. Right, again, just ground baited feeder, double red on hook. Just gives them something to zone in on a bit more instead of all that loose feed being there. Plenty of fish down there still. Oh, that being one of them. Yep, fish on. Just see tip shivering there, look to draw it back. Again, barb the sucks, just got to keep that pressure on them as you're pulling in, but don't just reel their heads off. Again, don't mind catching these all day. Wow, really healthy roach these are, really thick. Come on, no, it's that side. There we go. Nice lovely little roach. Good net fillers as well. Plenty of them in your net and build up a weight nice and fast. Yeah, anyone wanting to get into simple feeder fishing, this is the way to do it. Oh, I think fish on. I've not even put rod on rest. Yeah, fish on. Nice. Oh, hooked just in bottom lip him. Look at that. Oh. Very fast bite, that one. Very fast. Only a small fish again. And again, just nice, steadily reeling it in. Last thing you want to do is just reel its head off. And that way you're applying pressure to it all the way in. Oh, look at that. Just a swinger, that one. Look at him. Lovely roach. Day ticket roach. Oh, had a bite then, on drop. Oh, I say there's something there. Feels a bit better. Have to guide it around these pads here. There we go. What we got? Another roach. Oh, we are on the roach today, people. Anyone else out there just love catching roach? Oh, look at him. Scale perfect. I'm not saying this place gets neglected for its silver stocks, but I need to do a bit more research, to be fair, because I could be completely wrong. But from what I've seen on Facebook and everything, I don't see much silvers fishing going off down here. It does seem to be predominantly carp angling at times. I know odd people do come down here catching silvers, but sometimes they get that deprived of being caught feeding on there like maggots and particle stuff that, you know, when you do come down and fish for them, they're absolutely ravenous like they are today, and you can catch quick easy fish. Got a lovely swim building up out there now. That's on. There we go. Another little roach, couple of ounce. Right, let's get you back out there. Oh, lovely. On the money. Fish on. Nice fast bite. Didn't even get down on my rest. Lovely. Oh, I can sit here all day doing this with these. Another one. Is it on? Yep, little small fish again, tiny fish. What we got, what we got? Oh, another little roach. What I'm going to do now on this cast is I'm actually going to do something that a lot of feeder anglers do. Little roach. I'm actually going to take a few turns off at reel, probably about another metre or so, and then clip back up again, just so that I'm casting past my current line. There might just be a few fish that have backed off into that area. Quite a common thing to do. So I'm going to try that, but I'm going to do it on this next live cast. So I'm going to cast out now, clip up, leave it there, and then the next cast will be just a bit beyond that point. So how do we do it? Well, you bait up, get your bait on, bit of ground bait in, and this last cast will mean that you can actually charge your current swim up in case it is dead on that longer line, and you can go back onto it after. So I'm going to punch this one out and talk you through it. So cast out, get to the clip, okay? Then come down to your clip. 1, 2, 3. That's roughly probably about a metre. That'll just get me beyond that line. So bail arm over, down onto your rest. Oh, big knock then. Just a jab though. And what that means now is that when I do cast out again, I'm actually going to go a metre further than where I'm fishing now. For any fish that are just beyond that point and they're just back in, you know, they're coming into the swim to feed. So even just weird standard sort of travel setup like this, where you can just roam around, you can still be sort of very complex with how you approach your fishing. But there is just a lot of small fish in the swim at the minute. I know there's bream and skimmers in here. It'd just be nice to hook into a few. A little tiny indication then, another one and another one. Fish on. A lot quicker than the indications we've been having on the other line. So straight away we've had a better result. But we never go off the first one. If this happens a few times, then we'll go off those results. But there is such thing as a fluke. What we got? Felt like I needed netting there, didn't it? Oh, look at that. Nice roach. just sat behind that feeder line, just waiting for a double red. Look at him, bar of silver. Right, let's see if those statistics have another one there waiting for us. Always pays just to chop and change. Like I say, if you're not getting any bites, don't just sit in the same place all day. You can always go back to it, but don't just sit in that same spot all day. Don't feed her up. Plug it. Get the Temu wand. Punch it out with the Temu special. Oh, bite, they're not way down. Feeder's just touched bottom. Still waiting for any quick bites. On drop as it settles. Indication then. But ultimately, I'm just trying to find some fish, hoping that they've backed off into safer waters. Oh, is that on? Or a better bite. Only a small fish again, but more positive bite that. Oh, here we go, another roach. Tell you what, loving these. Oh, rod's off at rest. There we go. Again, another palm-sized roach. That wind only seems to be picking up. Or another good bite. Is that on? That feels like that's on. Only a small fish again. We're another Temu success. Oh yeah, look at that. So they are out there still waiting. It's the only thing this time I've just switched to 3 maggots on hook. The palm-sized roach. Oh, another lovely scale perfect roach. That is probably a lovely fish to end on. So let's have a look at what we've caught. So there we have it, a nice couple of hours fishing here at Ringwood in Chesterfield. It's on day ticket. It's £5 for a day. Bailiff's been round. It's £5 for a day. It's £4 on website, but they're having trouble updating website. Every time they do it, it's just staying the same. So £5 if you're coming up. A nice bag of silvers there. 2 or 3 hours fishing on feeder. Quite a tough day. Had some decent roach like him. Look, had some little skimmers, a couple of hybrids, and the odd perch as well. So if you're wondering what sort of fishing that you can have on a £4 rod and reel on a natural venue, then look no further. This is ideally what you'd expect to do in a couple of hours worth of fishing with best of tackle, and just keeping it light and nimble, just getting up here with travel kit. It just means that that little Temu rod and reel is absolutely perfect for getting around and just enjoying some good fishing whilst on the move. So if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. It's completely free of charge, and that way any videos that I post in future, you'll be first to be notified. And comments. If you've got any suggestions or comments that you want to leave, I love comments. Drop them down below and I'll get back to you where I can. And if you've also got any suggestions on where we can take the Temu rod and reel next, drop it down below and I might just give it a visit. So from me and this little lot, I will leave it there. I want to thank you all for watching, and we will see you on the next one. There we go. go. That's on. There we go.